to Get Real with Asil, a women empowerment podcast hosted by Asil Al-Baba. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Get Real with Asil. Today is Friday, May 19th, 2017. And if you recall, Friday's theme is fun Fridays. Basically, fun means just relaxing and reflecting on our week and ending it with success and celebration. So today's theme actually is going to be retreat destinations around the world. It's inspired by the fact that I'm going on a yoga retreat next week to the Bahamas. Actually, I'm traveling tomorrow and I'll be back next Sunday. So this was a completely last minute trip for me. I just got a good window at work that enabled me to take a week off. And one of my colleagues actually suggested that I take a look at this website, which have ashrams, which is a holy place where people practice meditation and yoga. And they have destinations all around the world. So I looked up this one that's in the Bahamas on Paradise Island, which in itself is very relaxing, just the thought of it. So I really am very excited to be doing that. And the interesting thing is I'll be recording my episodes for next week over there. Maybe I'll record it by the ocean so you guys can hear the ocean in the back. So for today's episode, I actually looked up using the worldtravelguide.net 15 of the weirdest retreats around the world. These are considered wellness retreats, but they're unique and weird in nature. So I thought I'll share them with you because they're just fun to look at, and maybe it's something that you would be enticed to pursue or do yourself. And in case you go on any of these retreats, I would love to hear from you, to share your experiences with us and let us know how it helped you and what type of reflections or breakthroughs you came through as a result. So I'll start with the first one, which is in the UK. It's called the Orgasmic Meditation. So what this retreat is, it's simply based on the premise that a fully clothed partner methodically strokes a woman's clitoris for 15 minutes. And obviously she like basically having orgasms together while fully clothed, because they believe that the benefits of this mindful masturbation are set to increase intimacy, higher energy, and reduce stress. So that's a unique retreat for sure. The second one is called Psychedelic Enlightenment, and it's at Gabon. So this specific retreat is basically ingested in a part of a spiritual ritual. The psychedelic shrub is central to the Bwiti religion, which combines worship of the forest with Christianity. So God and nature. Iboga induces a lengthy trip which shamans say help fight depression and surprisingly drug addictions. So it's there for you to increase your connection with nature and help heal you from depression and drugs. So the third one is called Silent Retreat, and that's in India. So the modern mind has little time for rest. At any time it could be scanning Twitter, worrying about finance, engaging in conversations about the weather. But if you weren't allowed to do any of these things, how long could you last? At one of the Vipassana retreats, meaning to see things as they really are, scattered through India, participants are challenged to take a 10-day vow of silence whilst leading a monadic lifestyle. It says to practice increase one's self-understanding and improves well-being. It's free, but donations are welcomed. So I cannot possibly imagine myself going to a 10-day silent retreat. It's probably a very challenging and maybe at one point in life I would love to do it, but for now it just seems too much for me to handle. The fourth one is called Return to Womb, which is located in Gran Canaria. So only the womb itself can provide a more relaxing and comforting space than a luxury spa, and while attempting to return there may result in a long hour of family therapy, you can try out the next best thing in Grand Carnium. So the spa, so-called womb room, has visitors lie, presumably in the fetal position, on water beds, while ambient sounds emanate from the warm red walls. Thumb sucking is optional. So you literally lie as like the yoga fetus position, and you're just surrounded by these red walls that move. Like it gives you the illusion that you're in back in the womb again. That's pretty fun actually. The fifth one I'm sharing with you today is salt caves in Chicago. I actually recently went to a salt cave with my mom and a family friend in Toronto. And it was really, really interesting. So the assumption of salt caves is they claim, so these claims should be taken with a pinch of salt. The benefits of inhaling salt-enriched air have been recognized since ancient Greece. With more salt facilities starting to pop around the world, why not grab a lounger and take a well-earned breather? It's expected basically to heal you from anything from asthma to colon inflammation and just help detoxify your body. So that's an interesting retreat. The sixth one is called Prison Pampering in Thailand. So while a visit to a Thai correctional institution may scream holiday hell rather than whisper wellness weekend, this Thailand's second city is a trip to a prison in an unorthodox experience. Inmates at the Chiang Mai Women's Correction Institution are given holistic training that will aid job prospects once released. A visit here not only soothes aches and pains but also aids karma, as any wage and tips are kept aside for prisoners upon release, an enlightenment idea. That's interesting. So you just go to a prison and you share experiences with the inmates. The seventh one is called the wine spa, and it's in Japan. While you may be privy to luxurious wine spa, in Japan's version is more house red than Chateau du Pape. So for 12 days each year, the country's Yunusen Spa Resort opens its communal wine pool in which visitors can front crawl their way through a sea of Beaujolais Nouveau. I am supposed to speak French, but I don't know what that word was. So this specific vinotherapy, as it's known, is said to have a rejuvenating effect on the skin and slow the aging process. However, if you prefer to save the strong stuff until after dinner, then you can take a dip in the resort's green tea or coffee spa instead. So I'm looking at a picture here, and people are simply bathing in wine. That's interesting. I love the name of the eighth resort I'm going to share with you. It's called Fuck It Retreat, and it's in Italy. So, Fuck It Retreat, what starts as a haven for stressed out executives, has since become a complete way of life for its guests. Forget Zen rock gardens and meditation, breathing techniques. These retreats dispel worry, stress, and anxiety by using two words: fuck it. Fretting over finance? Fuck it. Worried if your bum looks big in this? Fuck it. These stunning Italian sanctuaries also use Kundalini energies and the Chinese techniques of King Kong to help rebalance the lives of guests. The ninth one is meditating in kayaks, Mexico. Forget your CD copy of meditation music and go to this resort. It looks beautiful. If the untouched nature and tranquil lapping tides weren't soothing enough, fresh fruit, sapphire skies, and silent meditation aboard your kayak, which leaves anyone feeling refreshed or capsized and underwater, but we hope refreshed. The 10th one is actually so much fun. It's called Laughter Yoga, and it's also in India. So, a subscriber to the nation that laughter is the best medicine, which is so true. So, what happens in this basically is they just gather to laugh at nothing in particular, just fake it till you make it, was the mantra. Today's laughter's yoga, as it's known, is practiced around the world. Some even do it via Skype. I actually practiced that recently at a seminar I attended for Tony Robbins when I went to California. And he forces you to just start laughing, and eventually you do start by forcing it and faking it, but then the energy around the room and the contagious smiles and laughter causes you to actually laugh for real, and it's just a very interesting experience. Obviously, I thought it was weird at first, but then you just give in and put your guards down and just enjoy it. So this is what I had to share with you today. So just to sum it up, laughter yoga in India, meditating in the kayaks at Mexico, fuck it retreat in Italy, wine spa in Japan, prison pampering in Thailand, salt caves in Chicago, return to the womb in Gran Canaria, silent retreat in India, psychedelic enlightenment in Gabon, and orgasmic meditation in UK. So out of these 10 retreats, where do you see yourself going next, if any? Or do you know of any other interesting or weird, unique retreats around the world? I'd encourage you to share it with us and share your experiences in them as well. This is all I have for you today. I look forward to future episodes where we can learn, grow, and most importantly, get real together. Take care.